Welcome to this little speech about how to expand your own limits. A lot of people are suffering from stress, and if you look very deep into it, stress is caused by limits. The wider limits you have regarding stress, the wider personal limits you have, the less stress you'll feel. How to deal with those limits is also regarding planning. I have some courses regarding planning which can help you in this direction. But to move around with your limits is about from day to day to expand those limits towards something new. Things you're afraid of doing today, you'll not be afraid of doing tomorrow. You move yourself into black areas. This sounds perhaps a little bit weird for you. Black areas is areas which you don't know anything about, which means it's dangerous. Have you ever heard the expression, everything new is dangerous? But on the other hand, if you're always sitting on the same chair, if you're always doing the same thing, the same things at the same time every day, and you never do anything new, then your limits will be very limited. So in order to expand your limits, you need to do something new. The more knowledge you have about certain things, the more you can expand your limits. If you're a very well organized person, who does everything completely organized all the time, that is for sure very good. But it also limits you, because if you sit down in a complete mess where everything is in disorder, then you first need to put everything under control before you can start working with it. And that's a limit. So in confusing places, for instance in an office where you have a lot of phone calls all the time, people talking to you a lot all the time, papers coming and going all the time, emails coming in and out all the time, a lot of decisions you have to make fast all the time. If that distresses you, then it's because you need to find a way in all of that. I want you to listen carefully to this. You need to distance yourself from it all. Which means you step a little bit backwards in the mental way of speaking. And then you look at all of it for a little while, and then you look to find something to clarify. Because most of it is spam. It is things which perhaps you don't need to do, which is perhaps things which other people can do, or it's things which can actually wait a little bit. So of course the most important things is something you have to clarify in this mess. Now to the mental part of it. That is actually way more difficult. Because the mental part of all of this will put you under stress. Therefore, there's only one thing to do. That is, put yourself directly into the stress. Walk directly into all of the mess. Put your head up and walk directly into the problems. Hey, you say, don't we all want to not have problems? That's true. But problems exist everywhere. If you need to walk up a little stair and you're not in good shape at all, then it seems like a big problem. But if you're in very good shape, then it's not a problem at all. You're jumping up and down of it like nothing. So what was the key word here? The key word was good shape. Another thing, every time somebody is like attacking you a little bit, you're stepping backwards. You just say yes or you say no, but you don't really strike or struggle to tell other people what is actually wrong or what is it for kind of problem we have. Because they are perhaps always just blaming you for the problems. So now the keyword for you would be confrontation. We don't like confrontations, but in order to extend your limits or to improve your limits, once in a while you need to take those discussions to find out what is right or what is wrong with everything. I hope you got a little bit out of this, and I'll make another small stories like this in all kind of directions, which you can find on my website, perkjstories.wix.com.